Hey, everybody, I cannot wait to share this with you. It's our new summer hockey conditioning program, and we've had some pretty awesome upgrades from last year. Even though we had a great, successful year last year, we really wanted to add to it and make it a true elite, world-class level summer hockey conditioning program you can all be proud of to take part in. So we're going to get into just what we've got planned out, and I just want to make sure that you guys knew kind of what you're in for this year. So let's get right into it. So it's 12 weeks of training and it starts May 23rd. So just to kind of, I just want to make things super clear. It's 13 weeks total because we're starting May 23rd and we're going to go to August 25th, but we're going to have 1 week off in there, pretty much right in the middle, July 17th to July 21st. So we're going to have a week off. I know sometimes that was one thing that we had to talk to some people from last year, and there's just time to kind of plan around certain times when people want to go away, that kind of thing. So sort of a set week. And so we get to split things into two good blocks of training, and we're really, really excited to get it going here. So week one is going to be testing, and I am so fired up for this because not only did we like I said, we had a great year last year, but we're really adding to that quite a bit and to a level that we've never before seen, and for sure no one's really been through in this area before. So what we're going to be testing for: lung volume, vertical leap, isometric mid-thigh pull. It's a strength assessment. And then the part that I'm so fired up about is the Moxy step test and the oxygen, almost so excited I can't even say it, oxygen desaturation test. So we're the first Moxy certified training center in this area, and I'm so excited for that. We're going to get into what that means, but it really helps us get to a level that can really help you. It helps us assess the young athlete and to know exactly what the direction we should be going into when it comes to the training. So we're going to test for all these different things, and then we're going to move forward into building the program, and we're going to use some of these things as we go to kind of have like checkpoints along the way to see the direction that we're moving in. So spirometry, we're going to use a for lung volume. So it's a tiny little handheld tool, and we're going to test your lung capacity and also your ability to get to that capacity. So, it's one thing to have it, it's another thing to be able to use it. So we're going to use that as part of where you are, kind of the here you are now kind of thing, and to see what the issues are for the group so I can build the best program possible. And we're also going to use some of these parts into some supplementary training that we're going to have. So you're going to be training with us. We're going to get into, times of the week, that kind of stuff. But not only you're going to be training with me, but you're also going to have a training program to follow when you're not with me as well. So some to supplement maybe some of the stuff that you'd really want to work on. And we're going to be able to see that through, number one, this spirometry test. Next, vertical leap. So we're going to see, using these awesome jump sensors, we're going to see how high you jump. And I like using the jump sensors because it's easily repeatable. And we can do it at any time. It doesn't take any time to set up, so it's super fast, super easy, and we get really clear-cut data. So we're going to see that's kind of part of the power part of our assessment, was that vertical leap. And then we're going to use this isometric mid-thigh pull. So it's a really valuable tool for me to be able to assess strength in a safe environment that's really, really accurate. And we do have some set standards for that as well. And we can run these tests relatively quickly, but number one, super safe, because training for maximal strength is a really tough thing because we have to worry a lot about skill. Is the person even able to lift that bar, do that movement? Have they ever done that movement before? So we have to worry more about a skill-based thing than actually just a sheer strength thing. So this isometric mid-thigh pull, we see the handle is in the Ty's hand here, and he's just pulling against this little sensor that's attached to the platform. And with that, we just see exactly how hard he's pulling. So he's generating force on that platform. So again, it gives us a really safe measure to guide strength by. So getting both the vert and like the vertical jump and the isometric mid-thigh pull, we combine those in something called a dynamic strength index. So that just gives me clear cut on the direction that we should be going in. Do we need to focus on strength? Should we be focusing on power? Or is everyone in a good blend there? And can we run them concurrently? So, like together. And we're going to be doing that as part of the assessment a couple of times throughout the training, so we know exactly what we have to focus on. I think it's really extremely valuable to be able to do that, especially in a real safe way where, and super motivating too, where you're pulling on that, you know what you did last time. Everyone as an athlete really wants to see what they got. So it's a fun test that we get to see, for me, to see the direction that we should be going in. And we use that as, like we'll call that like the weightlifting and jumping kind of side of things. So next we have the Moxy SMO2 monitor. So it's just muscle oxygen saturation. So this monitor, it's about the size of your smartwatch with a kind of a bit of a shield around it. So this shield kind of runs here. You can see here. When we use this special surgical tape to keep it on there, don't worry, it doesn't hurt when you pull it off. And we're going to see directly inside the muscle when it comes to how much oxygen is in the muscle as it stands and total hemoglobin. So with those two things, we can see uh, a lot of amazing things, especially when it correlates to the game of hockey. And we're going to run a couple of tests using this monitor. And we're the first certified training center for Moxy in the area. And I'm so excited to see what it can do, because not only can we do it in testing, but some of the training rides we can run it with and see really what's up. And alongside the Moxy monitor here, we've got a ton of heart rate monitors for everyone to use as well. So super, super excited to have the kind of tech that we can really keep an eye on things like exactly what's happening in real time, what's happening inside that muscle when it comes to you using oxygen and blood flow, so we can really make a better decision when it comes to your training. So now with that Moxy step test is basically having the heart rate monitor on and putting that Moxy SMO2 sensor on, and we run a certain test on the bike where it just incrementally gets harder and harder, and we just see what happens to your body, how it uses oxygen. Can you like the cool thing is we don't know until we run the test, and everyone's so different, when it comes to maximum heart rate, maximum utilization of oxygen. We're going to know everything, so we can really build this program around truly what's going to limit everyone as an athlete. So not only is it going to give me really good firepower to program as a group, but then the supplement training that you can do on the side, you come in and you're going to see just how step by step easy that's going to be for you to follow. It's going to be so valuable for those of you that are really taking it serious. You'll be able to train with us a couple times a week with me. But then you're going to have a couple of times a week where you can come in, do that supplementary training, and really get a lot out of it. So for those of you that really, really want to work, those are going to be options available to you. So with that Moxy step test, it's going to tell us tons. We're going to get all kinds of really cool data that we're going to be able to build that program. And then the next step is an oxygen desaturation test. So kind of wait a couple of minutes, make sure you've recovered from what we just did for that incrementally harder test. And then you go through 1 minute of just kind of calibrating, and then 30 seconds going as hard as you can. One time, that's all we need, and you're going to crush it. So pedal as fast as you can. You can see me hanging onto the bike here for Ty. And we're going to see just how much oxygen you can really use. And again, help me develop that program for you, not just in the group, but for your own program as well. So you get the idea for me to get all of this information is to make sure that we don't waste any time. We have 12 weeks of training. We're going to use every minute of it, but it's not some kind of random thing. It's not just you running or you going for a jog. Like, do you even know if that's benefiting you? The whole idea is to make sure that we do everything we can in the 12 weeks. We leave no stone unturned. Whatever's limiting you as an athlete cannot hide from us. I feel like that guy from Taken, where I will find you kind of thing. So it's going to be super, super awesome to be able to find that whatever's limiting everyone as an athlete, and then it's just on you to do the work. So I'm super excited about that. Now, what to expect? As I mentioned, it's going to be 12 weeks of work, 1 week off near the middle there. And each session is going to be about an hour. And you get that supplementary training. I mentioned you can just schedule that. You're going to have access to the scheduling app that we have here at the gym, and you can just schedule that in whenever works best for you. So it's not done at set times. You just need to schedule that time in so I can preload your workout for you. And along with that, I'm super, super pumped on just the level that we've come to this year. Um, and the idea of what we have to be able to keep everyone on track. So this is what some of the guided training looks like. This is up on the big screen TV that we have at the gym, where you come in, you do your training. It is literally, I like to call it fitness by numbers. You know exactly what you have to do. This is a mini dashboard right here of what's happening right now. So with all the testing that we do, I put it into this amazing piece of software that we got, and we break down your heart rate training zones, your power zones on the bike. So we know exactly what you should be doing for the benefit that we're looking for you to get. There's no guesswork. We've taken all the guesswork out of it. And with this kind of setup, again, we can, if there's a few of you with similar workouts, or maybe you want to have one of your friends in the program and do the same one, we are going to know exactly, you're going to know, I should say, exactly what you should be doing. There's even a little tick mark on where you should be. You can see it here, the red one here, my little arrows pointing. So you could even see exactly where you need to be for any of your effort that you have to do. You just have to get there. So I'm super, super excited, especially for the guided training. And the big piece to this is knowing exactly what's going on. So as a coach or as a parent, you invest a lot of time, a lot of money into your kids' training. And as soon as the conditioning workout is over, so as soon as the workout is done, they're done doing their thing, even on their own, you're going to get an emailed report that looks similar to this, of a breakdown of what happened. Now, there's a lot of information here. Some of it might not apply, some of it will, but you'll see, things like here, like the duration, the distance, the average speed, the pace they have on our bikes. We have a pace, the maximum speed that they had, the cadence, everything, the heart rate. This is just a quick little summary. Then we get into major details like of the time spent in each of the power zones, your heart rate training zones, different wattages that you spent time at. And then the breakdown of the intervals themselves, if that's what we did. So we get this really cool breakdown. So we know exactly when it comes to the heart rate, how hard they're pushing, what's happening. And not only do we have this kind of report here, but there's also a monthly report. So we get to see progress over time. When they repeat workouts, we're going to see if they've improved. Is their heart rate a little bit lower because they're more efficient? Is their power even higher because they're more powerful? Can they recover faster? We're going to be able to see that with their heart rate. So we're going to be able to see all that. And each month you're going to get that report. So basically, let's call it, you'll get 3 reports over the course of the training, and know exactly what's going on. And it's going to help me dramatically to be able to make sure that we're constantly moving in a positive direction. So instead of just sort of shortchanging some, like without the technology that we've had now, when we're thinking about days past, we just kind of move on how things are progressing when it comes to a couple of the metrics. But now with heart rates, Moxy, using guided training where everything kind of gets loaded up, we get to see exactly what's going on for me to develop that program to be the best it possibly can be. And for every athlete to get the most out of the summer, which I think is probably the most valuable thing that we can have when it comes to any training program. So I love the idea that we've been able to take the success that we've had in summers past and create a program that is just truly elite world-class level with technology that is so beneficial. It's not where it's so much and so crazy where it's just everyone's kind of getting lost because of the amount of tech that we have. It's the idea that we have the monitoring systems to make sure everyone is working the way that they should be, getting the most out of it, and for me to give you guys, the athlete, the best case scenario. So that is it for me. There's a link down below for you to sign up. There's only going to be 10 people in each group, and I'm not releasing another group until this one fills up. And once this group does fill up, no, you cannot change times. Your times are your times. So I'm not even getting into when those other times are going to be. So we're going to fill up these spots first because we can have that awesome vibe of just people working really, really hard together, filling up those groups. I'm super, super excited about. So that is it. I hope you guys, I just wanted to make this video so you get a good understanding on exactly what we have in mind for this summer. For you guys as an athlete, as parents and coaches, you just know what to expect. So that is it. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. Cannot wait to see you this summer. Let's go.